Hey guys, welcome to this video. I am Dr. Babajide Ojo, and in this video we're going to talk about paragraph 3 of your statement of purpose. So please, if you haven't seen the first two my video on the first two paragraphs, you can check the description for the videos on paragraph 1 and 2. So I broke down everything you need to think about in those for those paragraphs, and I gave examples of how you can write and arrange them. So without further ado, let's get into the classroom. Paragraph 3 is where you discuss your professional experience or teaching experience or soft skills. Now you don't need to have everything, but you just have to sit down and think about what you have and how you can market it to the admissions committee. Now, the key questions you need to answer in this paragraph is to, reflect on your professional experience. So do you have any related professional experience? Do you have any instructional experience or teaching experience? That's what I mean by that. And have you done any presentations, even if it's locally in your university or your state or your country, or if it's an international conference? Great. And even outside of presentations, have you had any public speaking experience that maybe might not be academic in nature, but still an experience? So reflect on those. And what soft skills do you have? Or what activities have you, been part of that are related? Remember, we are talking about related skills now to graduate studies. And when we talk about soft skills, I think some of the soft skills that are important for graduate studies include leadership skills. If you have been a leader in any organization, talk about that. I've been a volunteer for any cause whatsoever, please talk about that. Teamwork, if you have been in a collaborative environment before, of course, talk about that. Are you flexible? That's very important in grad school. And also, can you adapt to new environments? Can you learn new technologies fast? And when you are talking about these things, it's very important that you follow them up immediately with examples of these skills or achievements of you conducting or being part of any of these activities or having these skills. So like I said, keywords, related skills, and also give examples. And you would see, I think the next page is where we'll talk about an example for paragraph 3. Now again, this particular example is not related to the first two, to the last two examples that I have given in paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. So this is from an entirely different student. And my reason, just like I said in paragraph 2, is because I don't want anyone to plagiarize this, so that you don't just copy and paste and submit to a particular program. For example, if I just talk about maybe someone applying to nutritional science only all through this course, then there is a potential to plagiarize. So just see this paragraph just for what it is. It's just an example, but it's from a real example from one of my successful mentees. So let's talk about an example for paragraph 3. In addition to my research training, remember in paragraph 2 we talked about research, right? That was what we talked about in paragraph 2. We talked about your research experience. We ended that paragraph with your research experience and accomplishment when it comes to research. So that's why this is the connective phrase for paragraph 2 and 3 here. In addition to my research training, I have a quality, not just any experience, I have a quality. Like I said, be proud of whatever you've done by using this kind of adjectives. I have a quality instructional experience or teaching experience. I have a quality instructional experience as reflected during my compulsory 1-year National Youth Service, where I served as the chemistry instructor for about 150 high school students. Again, as a reminder, you have this particular experience and you followed it up with, the specifics, like the example of how, in other words, how can you, the justification for this experience. Okay, so you served as a chemistry instructor for about 150 high school students. During this time, I took pleasure in teaching, grading, and mentoring students as they prepared for their final high school exam. So this particular candidate described the activity, he partook in during this teaching experience. So teaching, grading, and mentoring students. Now this is very important right here. So you've talked about your experience. Remember, I used to say you now have to describe the fit, right? How will this be helpful for this particular new university that you are applying to? So see what he did here. And hence, I will relish the opportunity to be involved in undergraduate teaching and research mentoring at some point during my PhD at your university. So he understands that, PhD students, if you have been watching my videos, you know that most of the time PhD students are often required to do some teaching, undergraduate teaching. So by showing this interest, it shows that this particular individual is really interested in doing some teaching at some point. So he is probably, a good fit for our university. It's not someone that would be begging to, be a teacher or something. So you enjoy teaching. Teaching is very important for graduate studies, especially for PhD students at some point. So again, describe your teaching experience if you have any. Teaching is very important. And again, tell us how it fits with the goals of that particular university or the department. Let's continue. Moreover, I have the ability to work in a collaborative environment as shown in my 2 publications where I played a key supportive role as a co-author. So this is another skill, right? You can work in a team. So you can work in a collaborative environment. And he followed it up with an example of what he has done collaboratively in the past. Evidence. So again, your own evidence might not be publications, but can you give examples? Can you justify that statement that you have a collaborative spirit? Now let's continue. I have a significant writing and presentation experience as shown in my publications and conference abstract to the 26th Annual Conference of the Biotechnology Society of Nigeria. Now you can see he has a significant presentation experience. As shown by, you gave an example of the conference he attended. So those examples are very important. Therefore, I am particularly excited about potential public speaking opportunities that will be available during my PhD. So you can see what he did there again, describing the fit with graduate school opportunities. So you can't do anything without doing some sort of presentation. So by saying this, you are telling them that, man, I'm ready for anything related to presentations. I'm down for it. Okay? And you give examples of what you have done in the past related to that. Now, if you don't have any of this experience, of course, you should still talk about how excited you are for public speaking opportunities during your PhD. So skills, examples, and the fit. Now, if you have less skills, like I said here, give more examples of the few skills that you have. Give more examples of the achievements from these few skills that you have. So instead of just giving one examples like I did here, like this particular student did, you can give like 2 just to make it a little bit lengthy. So I think we stopped at the excited for potential public speaking opportunities that will be available during my PhD. Additionally, I had some leadership experience during my master's degree as I served as the secretary of the Graduate Students Association for the university. So during his master's, he had this leadership experience. Now you can see the following statement. This experience will be invaluable as I look forward to learning and contributing within the Graduate Students in Cancer Biology Association at your university. That is pretty good. You told them that you have this leadership experience, and the next statement tells them that now I'm going to bring this experience and contribute to the association. This particular student is applying to a cancer biology program, so you're going to apply some of this experience within the association. So you're not just only about research or teaching. I'm going to do some service within the department as well, which is very important for graduate school. So again, there are a variety of experiences you can talk about here. So just if you're ready to write your paragraph 3, just think about the vital skills that you have related to graduate studies. Reflect, draft, give examples, make sure you've done enough research about the program you're applying to, and you can describe, the fit with that particular program, just like we have done in this example. So that's that on paragraph 3. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. So don't forget to like, comment on this video, and it's very important that you share this information with your friends who might benefit from it. Please don't be selfish. In the next video, we'll talk about paragraph 4, which is all about, stroking the ego of the particular school or department that you are applying to. So we'll talk about what you need to think about and how you can write and arrange that particular paragraph. Lastly, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at Best Man Academy, where I give out a lot of spontaneous tips. Till next time, I am Dr. Ojo, and I'll see you in the next video.